Well, good evening, everybody. I know this is normally not our normal Monday, but here we are. Just waiting for Cranky to get here. Texas Raider, how you doing? Good to see you. Uh, Last week I was going to do a live and have whoever wanted to come up, and that kind of went by the wayside because our good old StreamYard had a whole bunch of glitches going on, and so that did not happen. And figured we make up for it this week. Sent a thing out to Cranky and said, "Hey, since we got screwed up last week, let's do a special edition this week. Just get out there, talk with you guys, have some fun like we always do. If you guys saw the thumbnail when we first started doing this, the big joke was flying by the seat of our pants. Kind of took on a Top Gun-esque theme, and seemed to be that it was going to be Cranky and I, and our third person who we were going to joke around was our air boss, who does not communicate with very many people anymore, of which I am one who gets ignored. So it is what it is. So that's what the thumbnail is all about. I do not claim any service to our country. I had my reasons why I wasn't able to take care of it on the home front. And for those of you that did serve our country, wartime, peacetime, doesn't matter what branch, doesn't matter if it was active duty, reserve, National Guard, thank you for your service. So how is everybody doing tonight? There's Texas Raider, Mustard and Biscuits. OC is in the house. Let me make sure I didn't miss anybody. I know A3 Sky Warrior was here way early. I can't even see his comment here anymore. He was here early this morning. Hope everybody's doing well. Thanks for coming in. Those of you that are watching the replay, thank you for watching. Just looking around here, I did pick up a few things. Well, actually, they came in the mail today that I've been waiting on since before I went out for my surgery. But the Postal Service being the Postal Service, that's on them, not the seller. And also, I know you guys probably saw that copper video the other day. I did pick up a couple more things from Average Jane, which I'll show you guys in a little bit. So, getting ready. I'm sure you guys have heard in the news, we're getting Mustard and Biscuits. Yes, sir. There you go. Sure you guys probably heard in the news, it's probably going to get pretty chaotic over here around the Metro Detroit area tomorrow. If one guy gets his way. Things are what they are here in Michigan right now, and some people are not going to settle for it, and I completely understand why. If you guys follow Silver and Gold Stack Attack, I am supposed to be joining him on his next off the record to put it out there. I was born and raised literally 2 minutes from the Detroit Dearborn border, the eastern border of Dearborn. And I can tell you, there's things that they say that are true. There's things that they say that are not true. Personally, my opinion, okay, the main instigator behind all this, he's going a little too far with what he's saying and how he's saying it. They're planning on, this group is planning on taking over the city council meeting in Dearborn there tomorrow night, and they're going in there to pick a fight. They're going in there for civil unrest. There are good and bad people, every nationality, religion, race on this planet. You got the good ones, you got the bad ones. Not every Middle Eastern person in Dearborn is a bad person. But if it's not hard to see the videos of what's going on with battle training going on residential streets behind the high school in the east end of Dearborn. Taking over state highways when they only have a permit for the sidewalk and the median in the middle. And then when somebody complains about it, they're racist or they have a phobia of the people that they're contesting. It's kind of sad because it wasn't that way for years, and here we are now. It is, but I've already rambled on too much about that. We'll talk about that when Stack Attack does his off the record on it. So Cranky says he's trying to get here. Not a problem. I'm not going anywhere. So, all right. You know what? While we're waiting for Cranky, I'll show you a couple of things I picked up. Back when I was a kid, it was a big deal that the first woman going into space, and I was able to get my hands on a silver. Paid almost nothing for this silver Sally Ride U.S. quarter. That's the 2022 S, 90% silver. So it's a part of our history. It's what it is. Picked up 50 because I like my Canadian silver. There's a 50% proof 150th anniversary of Toronto Canadian dollar. Picked that up. Let's see here. Going down the road of the painted stuff. I had to. I couldn't help it. I had to do it. Blue Collar and GSF are in the chat. Hi guys, welcome. Picked up a firefighter tribute. These are copper, but just the work that Jane's putting into these. I mean, they're phenomenal work. And let me see here. Somebody's knocking at the side door here. Let's where'd it go? All right. See. Okay. Well, he was there. And then this one. The Yeti and Sasquatch have finally made friends. And there they are. Okay, Cranky was there, and then he disappeared on me because I went to let him in, and he went gray before I hit it to let him in. So what's everybody up to? We still buying? Are we selling? Or what are we getting? What are we getting good? All right, let's see. Oh, I know I've had a couple people ask me about this. I actually got this from one of our coin shops north of here that sells on Whatnot. That's a 10-ounce St. Michael. Anybody that's been in the military and law enforcement knows about St. Michael, and that's a stacker. That's like the silver stacker that they made a couple years ago, but copper and a lot heavier. Hey, you do some damage with that. So just eagles and more eagles. Okay, yeah, I get it. Kept quarter-ounce platinum last weekend. Outstanding. I haven't gotten anything that big. I do have I kind of did my thing, and just so I can say I have one, because the one I have now is like a speck of platinum. I actually have a gram coming that I got for pretty decent, I think. So we'll see. So let me see here. Okay, let's try this again. See, are you there?
I am.
Okay, there he is. You disappeared.
Damn it, man. Here's I
you disappeared. The thing went gray, and then it wouldn't let me add you. And...
I hate computers. I hate them, Missy. I came in here at almost at 12 minutes before the hour, and this is this is the respect I get from Madame and Monsieur AI.
Oh yeah,
can't stand it. I hate it. So, hey everybody, I'm back.
Texas Raider, real quick, the pirates that I showed, you talk about the male and female pirates, because those actually came from Average Joe's Whatnot channel. His wife does those, so that's probably where you're gonna find them. And this big guy here, that came from Coin City on Whatnot. It's up in a kind of small town, ish, up near Port Huron called Fort Gratiot. They actually have a storefront there too. I haven't made it up there yet, but one of these days. So, Cranky, how you doing?
Not worth a shit. Thanks for asking.
You're starting to sound like me.
Yeah, well, I'm all right, man. We just keep plugging. It just seems, we all know what's going on in the medical world, and I tell you what, there is a deep-seated, absolutely stellar rant coming if I ever get a chance to sit down and do some recording. But
oh yeah,
how you doing?
Well, my rant, I can't make up my mind which one I want to do first. Do I want to complain about the Postal Service, or do I want to complain about CVS?
Oh, CBS or CVS as in Victor?
Charlie Victor Sam, the pharmacy.
Gotcha. Yes. Yeah. What's not to love there?
Oh, well, let's see.
Oh, here we go.
You have refills on, and this will be a short one. You have refills on medication that you are required to take in order to stay alive. So you order said refills because you can't call and say, hey, I need to refill my prescriptions. No, you have to go on their website and do it. So God. Oh, you've still got a refill on this one. You've still got a refill on that one. You still got a refill on that one. You still got a refill on that one. Okay, hit all the refill, complete order. Oh, well, we're going to have to talk to your physician about this one. Okay. Then the other one, apparently now, anybody that's diabetic has heard the medication Lantus. Mm-hmm. Suddenly we have a Lantus shortage in the United States, but only at CVS. According to them, there's a nationwide Lantus shortage. But if I were to switch my prescriptions right now to Walgreens or Meijer grocery store pharmacy, I would have it first thing in the morning. Then
holy smokes,
all these things are ordered, and the NP that I see in my doctor's office is Angel. She is a saint. She will qualify for sainthood right from the start. She's just that good at what she does. She sent all my stuff over to them. Yes, refill his medication. He needs them. At was it 8:45 this morning? The doctor's office wasn't even open yet. She sent. I get a notification at noon. Oh, your prescriptions will be ready to pick up after 6 p.m. tonight. Yeah, the pharmacy closes at 8.
Wow.
And it's like, how do you do this? Well, then we find out that, and this is the only thing I've ever actually listened to that's come out of AOC's mouth, is when they had these idiots on Capitol Hill, and she exposed the fact, and I don't know where all over the country these things are or aren't, but they have these Oak Street walk-in healthcare places where you can go and you can have a PCP there. There's an urgent care. You can get your lab work done. You get all this stuff done. There's a guy dancing around. He checks in and they hand him a cup of coffee while he's waiting to go back and see his doctor and all that goofiness. And then you have CVS, which has their own pharmaceutical insurance that they peddle to employers called CVS Caremark. And then you have the Oak Street Medical, and they're all owned by Aetna.
Wow.
So all of your stuff goes like this. They determine what they're the ones that sits there and tells you what Medicaid, not your doctor, but the insurance and that, what meds you can take. They had, when I had a guy I worked with at an old job where we had CVS Caremark, and they told him, well, we're not going to pay for your wife's medication anymore. She's been on it too long. She had MS. It was her medication that kept her from dying from MS.
Jeez, dude. I'm telling you, it's the insurance companies own everything. I mean, they own the doctors, they own the health systems, they own the,
well, it's like even us, the health system I work for owns Priority Health, which is the insurance that they make us take.
Do we not see a conflict of interest here?
Right, exactly.
I mean, yeah,
exactly. I will say this though, for me, it hasn't been a bad experience yet, but today I had to, again, you can't get a person on the phone. You have to send them a message and they communicate by text message. For my insurance to explain to me if it's on their side or if it's on CVS's side, why last time I went and picked up I have two different insulins I take. I went and picked up my Humalog. It was $50. The needles were $50. And now the needles are free and the Humalog only cost me $35.
Wow.
And it's like, 1 minute the stuff costs, the next minute it doesn't. 1 minute it's this price, next minute it's that price.
Yeah.
Who's making this determination? Because technically now, if you really want to get, well, technically here, I'm repeating myself. I have more than met my deductible and out of pocket for the year after this last surgery. I shouldn't be paying anything for anything. But that's CVS playing their games.
Yep.
But
I don't know. You can imagine how well things have been going, here,
right.
With you, and you work for a health system. You can imagine how things have been going for me and Miss Lori here. I just, oh, wait a minute. What in the, okay. How come I can't, you know what? I'm about to explode, man. I'm about to explode. I can't even get in the chat on my computer. What? It says join the chat, and then I go down there. Man, they've changed. Connect
they
your
did
YouTube
an
account
update
to join the live chat. Well, oh, for the love of Pete, never mind. I don't want to chat with anybody anyway.
Yeah, well, GSF, you know about them fudgies, man. Them fudgies ruin it for everybody.
Fudgies?
You talk about the tourists up north. Yeah, you could try to go get a beer, but all these tourists might be packed. So
well, yeah. So, well, there sure has been a lot of nothing on the news about anything in Michigan today.
Oh, well, they're probably saving their energy up for tomorrow.
I thought it was today. Did they move it?
It's still, the city council meeting is still going to happen tomorrow. They moved it from City Hall to the Henry Ford Centennial Library, which is it's easier to describe it to you if you know where I'm talking about. But it's a huge building that's easier to control entry and exit. The police chief has gotten on TV and told everybody, if you don't live in the city of Dearborn, stay home. If you don't have legitimate city council business, stay home. But my question to him is, what do you consider legitimate business? Because the last press conference I saw you do, you didn't, and pardon my French, you didn't speak a goddamn lick of English. Everything was in Arabic.
Yep. Yeah.
Because you don't want your English speaking American born people to understand what you're saying to the people that do understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
And it's I'm not trying to deflate Stacks next off the record, but it's just I've seen the change in that city from, and like I said, I grew up 2 minutes away. Hot day like today, we weren't rich. We didn't have air conditioning. Blue collar people didn't have air conditioning back then. You opened a window, put a fan in the window.
Yeah.
6 o'clock in the morning. We were close enough. 6 o'clock in the morning, you could hear the call to prayer at the mosque in East Dearborn. And we were that far away, but it's gone from that to, and I think you and I have had this conversation before. If you're walking, like me, I mean, you see how white I am. Or as I tell people, I'm beige. If I was white, you wouldn't see me. The walking around a department store and having these guys follow you around because you don't have your wife on a leash. What your wife is tempting men. Stop looking at her. Well, and to the point where I had to put my hand on the manual hole puncher a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
And this is back in the 90s.
Yeah.
Well, actually, let me back that up. The first time I had an interaction, and Stack and I talked about this before, was my senior year of high school. There was a bakery I used to go to over in that neighborhood all the time. And all of a sudden, I wasn't welcome in their establishment anymore. Okay, well, then that kind of settled down. And then 9/11 happened, and heck no. And now you've got people where you had reporters go over there just to walk through the area and see if everything was true that people had been saying, and they were followed around the neighborhood by drones. They had drones come off the top of the mosque and follow them everywhere they went. They went across the street into a gas station. The drone hovered over the door, and when they came back out, it followed them back to their cars.
Yeah, a lot of people think, I mean, obviously this is a bit of the marketing of it. A lot of people think this is just like starting to happen now. It's been going on for a very long time.
Has.
And it's more proof that, Western civilization and radicalism of any sort is they're incompatible. And this is exactly the response that they're looking to get. I mean, honestly, Mishy, I'm so tired of it all that I don't care anymore.
Yeah.
If somebody picks up something to cause me and mine some trouble,
we have means to take care of it.
You got more than a small amount of trouble on your hands. Right. And until then, I don't know what to, how in the hell how did it get this way? How did the people of Michigan let it get this way? Well, it doesn't matter what the people of Michigan want. The powers that be are exercising their control, and it's all by design. Every bit of this is by design, and what we want doesn't make any difference. It just doesn't. Right. So why get pissed off about it and all that sort of thing? If you break in my house, you're done.
Right.
That's all I can say to anybody anymore.
That's like I brought up earlier, and hopefully I think Silver and Gold Stack Attack might have the video, because it's been all over the place. You can find it all over the place on social media, of the hundreds of males that were on a residential street behind Fordson High School, which is the high school in the east end of Dearborn there. And they were doing battle marches. They had people blowing smoke in their face so they could get immune to the smoke and the tear gas and all that, so that they could fight. And then you have the videos that say this is not in the Middle East, this is Dearborn, Michigan, and they're right.
Yeah. And I got news for the people of the Westerners in Dearborn, they're battle ready. They are
Oh
ready
yeah,
to go.
yeah,
And if you think it's going to be a pushover, I'm sorry, there was 45,000 of them in the streets the other day. You know,
right.
that's
But
not
yeah,
exactly unprepared.
they're there's probably going to be some trouble. It's probably going to make the national news. Uh, they've got these two idiots walking through Dearborn right now that are trying to convince everybody that nothing's wrong, everything's fine, there's nothing to worry about. Oh, look, they say that Sharia law is in effect in Dearborn. Well, look, here's a house with an American flag out in front. Okay, one out of how many? And you're in the
Yeah.
west end of Dearborn where the hoity-toity of Dearborn still live. They haven't run them out yet.
Well,
But you
yeah,
get the
yeah,
people that are so scared of what's going around them, they up and move, and then what moves in behind them. And that's the same thing happened in the city of Hamtramck. Hamtramck was 100% Polish until about 15 years ago. Now the only thing Polish in Hamtramck is 2 restaurants and a bakery.
yeah, yeah.
And I literally and like I said earlier, there's good and bad, everybody. I'm not talking smack about every single person that's ever come here from the Middle East. But when you walk down Joseph Campo through Hamtramck and you actually stop and look around to make sure you didn't make a wrong turn and end up in East Dearborn. And then they've done that. They ran all the Polish people out of Hamtramck. They moved to the city of Troy and Sterling Heights. Now they're out there pushing them out of there.
Yeah,
And there's violence involved too.
yeah. Emerald said in the chat there, it sounds like a ticking time bomb there in Dearborn, and it is. Unfortunately, I don't see any other way around it, or we're going to be sitting just like they are. We'll start getting arrested here pretty quick, just like in the UK and other parts of. Speaking of the UK, go ahead. I got some news
no, you
today.
Go right ahead. I've been running my mouth since we started. Go ahead.
This will change the tone of things tremendously. I got a message today from Stacking with Craven that I won as a member of Stacker Social. He had a giveaway, and I won a 1/40th Royal Mint gold coin
wow, nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
Cool. What? That's like probably the best news I've had, in forever, nearly.
And you know what?
What time is it now? Yeah, pretty close to forever.
While Cranky's talking about Stacking with Craven, you guys out there, if you haven't subscribed to him, please do. He is like one of the nicest guys in the world. After Saturday Morning Chill Saturday with Blue Collar, Craven was his guest. And afterwards, Blue Collar threw up an after party link in the chat. And he is just genuinely one of the nicest guys to talk to.
He's very cool.
He's right there with us on a lot of your gloom and doom sponsored and I'll just leave it at that channels. We're just the blue collar stiffs, trying to do a little bit here and a little bit there. And he's a genuinely nice guy. He's fun to talk to.
Yeah.
And
he's
definitely sub him up if you haven't already.
Very cool guy. And that's going to be something else. I messaged back because I just found that out shortly before trying to get into this. So yeah, it was. I see Mike's here. Hi, Mike. It's very, very good to see you.
Yes, it is.
I'm happy you are here.
Yes.
But yeah, it's pretty good news.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I hope he'll ship to the U.S. I don't know. I'm assuming he will. Hi, Matt Wingy.
Well, I was telling him how I told him how I was able to somehow, and I'm surprised I got away with it. I sent a package over to 365, and when I was giving everybody the a silver Michigan quarter and a silver Pictured Rocks quarter. I'm like, how am I going to get this? I ended up sticking it between, because I gave him the one of each of my chips, and I stuck them in between and kind of sort of forgot to declare them on the customs form, and he actually got them.
Well, cool. Yeah, I didn't hear. You were cutting out really bad there. I didn't really actually hear that you
Okay.
said anything. No. I think it was just. It must have been a topical cutout or something. Yeah, yeah,
Open up.
yeah. There's a warrant for Mishy's arrest in Birmingham now.
Yeah, right.
Shoot. Yeah, that's all right. And here I am sitting. This is the first time I've been back in here. Well, last week I had to go handle some business with Grandma Cranky. She fell again, and it's just the saddest thing there. She just is. She's ready to go home, dude. And the thing that troubles her the most is just why she's still here.
Well,
there's
a purpose.
Yep, there is. And I remind her of that, but still, I kind of get where she's coming from. But anyway, yeah, I just haven't been able to even sit in here. Now, when Nathan was up here, my son, I got him in the last one, and I took him back at the same time. And man, I tell you what, Mishy, he did so much for me around here. I don't even know where to start on what he got done for me, but and really took one for the team. He cleared a little fence line out for me so I could do some repair, and just got tore up with poison oak.
Oh no.
Yeah. So but he took it like I knew my son would. He's a champ, buddy. And he got her done for me. And I mean, there's so much I wouldn't have gotten done. I got a 10-yard dumpster in my driveway right now that's getting filled to the top, mostly because of what he was able to do for me while he was here.
Right.
So that was I mean, this is all we've been doing, dealing with, trying to get some things lined out for Lori's situation. And I mean, it seems like everybody I know and care about, in the immediate circle here, has some sort of medical thing going on, or, I mean, it's just amazing. Our good friend, having surgery, who's happens to be here today. That, I mean, it just seems like it's everywhere. And to your point earlier, God, the stuff you have to do just to have your just to have
stay alive.
Yeah, it's like you got to jump through so many hoops that I don't know, man. I'm so tired of medicine and all that sort of thing. Here's Marty the Wonder Dog, everybody. Hey, Marty, say hi.
Here's the doggy.
Say hello.
Nope. He's like, nope. She's like, nope. I'm over it.
She's such a good girl. She's a dolly. But yeah, I mean, it's just like it's one thing after another, one thing after another, one thing after another, But did you see where what is it? Is it Saskatchewan that's voting for secession?
I know they were talking about it, and I know Alberta's been talking about it for a while.
Yeah,
they're over it.
Yeah, I think there was like an official vote or something that they were having for. There's my girl. This week or something. Like they're really actually going to do it, and I don't know how that sort of thing works, but if we're not careful, I forget who I was listening to while I was doing something yesterday, and they were talking about how incompatible, Western civilization is. And I'm sorry, folks, I'm bouncing all over like a ping pong ball, but there's so much pent up in here that they're incompatible. So let's let the Democratic Socialists have a place in this country they can call their own. Well, where? No. Um,
Greenland.
yeah, maybe there's something to that. I don't know. Mike says, "Get it all out." Mike, we do not have time.
Well, I do have to do this. Maybe I can get you to laugh here for a second if I can get my screen to go big here for a second. My girl Sugar Sense, one of my people I buy from on Whatnot and that, she likes to play around with the stickers and the signs and all that. So I officially have a sign for when I say, "Hey, Cranky, hold it down. I'll be right back." That is my official sign I'm going to put up every time I walk away.
Oh, I like that. Yeah. Obviously a limited edition.
She actually did that because anytime she takes a break on Whatnot, they're like they assume that's what she's doing. So she made them available to everybody.
Yeah. Oh my God. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. Well, I haven't seen 210 in here, and my apologies to him. I still have his grammar here that I got to mail out, and I'm still I think I'm certain that I have his address, but I will have to get that out to him. We'll have to do another one tonight, obviously, but I don't know. Maybe I can get. You think with two snail mail every day, low security things, I could get. I would
think so.
Bulk postal rates. My mom's been waiting on a check for some of her royalties from the farm out in Kansas, and my cousin lives 3 hours from here in Kansas, and it's been in the mail in the postal service for 12 days now.
Holy cow!
Yeah.
Hey, Emerald, it actually is. I'm just leaving it as a sign. See, it actually is a sticker.
Dude, that's priceless. I like that a lot. I like it. I like it a lot.
Well, that's the whole thing with the postal service. I mean, hell, I've had 2 packages come from North Carolina, came to Detroit, and then they decided they needed to send them out to Kansas City.
Yeah. What?
It's like, for what?
I was watching a thing. And
we want to raise postal rates while we're at it.
Yeah, I was listening to a radio guy here yesterday that was while I was running to the store, and he was talking about apparently the Teamsters in New York are taking on Amazon and the DSPs. And I don't know if you know what the DSPs are, but it's the delivery service providers. They're small companies owned, by small companies, but they own the software that plans the routes and all that sort of thing. So technically, and this is apparently what really happened, is a driver lost her job because she got behind on the route, and by the time she got back to Amazon, before Amazon even knew it, she was fired.
Wow.
And so the Teamsters, so anyway, she was fired. Amazon didn't know it. So Amazon didn't do it, so they're not liable. The DSP did it, but they don't have any employees because they're just a software company. So technically they're not, she wasn't employed by either. And there's no recourse on anything. So the Teamsters are taking them on, and I had a 12-year stint in the sheet metal workers union down here, and I'm all for them. The downside to it is there's small companies that are going to be implicated in this, but if you're going to dance with the devil, that being in some camps Amazon, you got to pay. And it isn't right. It's just like being a medical, person or somebody that needs legal help or whatever. You have no recourse. You cannot put a finger on anybody and hold anybody accountable anymore. And that's not right. It just isn't. So,
Matt, to answer your
back the
question,
Teamsters in New York, y'all. Be my personal
yeah.
opinion. That's just my opinion. The views and opinions expressed on Missy's channel are those of the Cranky Stacker, not necessarily those of YouTube or Missy Stacker.
Matt, to answer your question, if I were to get in my car right now, I'm about 20 minutes. I'm about 20 minutes away from Dearborn, 20 minutes away from Toledo. So
You're like almost ground zero.
Where in Michigan
there,
I am. Yeah, it's straight shot up one freeway and up one freeway and across another. So I timed it one time because I got a couple of friends that are Dearborn police officers, and I feel for both of them. I collect. Well, it's part of the job, having been a cop for as long as I was.
Southeast.
The challenge coins, and I did some talking to a guy who knew a guy and was able to get my one buddy who graduated from Grand Valley State University, a Grand Valley University Police Department challenge coin. Well, it's all right. If I leave it sitting here around the house, I'm going to lose it. Let me get it to him. And I took off out of here and just posted speed limit all the way from my house to the front door of the police station. It took me 21 minutes. So,
wow, you're there.
Yeah. So speaking
you
of challenge
there.
Point, I'll show this off real quick. It had nothing to do with silver, gold, or anything like that. But one of our area agencies just put out a new challenge coin. And this thing, holy cow. I joked around. I told them they need to give me a loop so I can make it a belt buckle. But they go to a great extent to make beautiful stuff to show off their department. Woodhaven's one of the more decent departments in the state too.
That's a really nice piece.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. That would make a great buckle, dude.
It's what I said. That's what I said. I mean, that thing's
heavy
enough.
Yeah.
And the guy that was working the desk, I actually know. I worked with his dad in the city. But, yes, geez, man. I go, and I had to pick up 5 of them, for guys that couldn't get down here to get them themselves. And, geez, man, I'm going to need a forklift to get these out to the car. Where's the loop so I can put it on my belt? So, but
see you later, Emerald Coast. Emerald says he's got to run. Thanks for coming in, dude. Southeast is on fire tonight. He's Dearbornistan, and there's no Arabic on that challenge coin.
No, not Woodhaven. No, sir. No.
It's totally.
There's certain cities where people know how to act, and others where they don't. A friend of mine and I went and got some lunch the other day, and we came back topside. We didn't take the freeway back. We went into my old neighborhood to have lunch, and we're coming back. And I actually thought, and no joke, because I haven't been actually through this part in a long time. I thought I forgot the curve and ended up in Dearborn. We were in the city of Melvindale, which is a little itty bitty town that sits right next to Dearborn. And it's just to look at the houses in Melvindale now and all that. It looks like it looks like the slum of Dearborn. And
the slum of Dearborn?
The slum of Dearborn. Yeah, the ghetto of Dearborn.
Wow.
Because everybody that can't afford a house in Dearborn bought a house in Melvindale. And again, you're driving down Oakwood Boulevard, and all you hear is the noon, la 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 over the PA systems, and everybody running to the mosque that used to be a family restaurant to go pray.
I think we had this conversation, didn't we, Mishy, about the Constitution guarantees freedom of religion, but it also guarantees freedom from religion.
Right.
So that's a pretty sticky place, because what they're looking at Sharia law and all that sort of thing, that is a theocracy, and that is government, correct? Am I wrong?
Yeah.
So
where they make it legal where you can just randomly walk up and punch a woman because you feel like it. I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't see this working out real good for either side.
How dare you? I can see your forearm. You're going to be beat into submission for it.
I kill you.
But, and I don't know if you guys saw that. That's another one of one of the bars I bought from Jane. I had to get that because every time I went over to Grandma's house, there was one of these hanging in the dining room, and then my mom had one hanging in our dining room. So
that's very nice.
Yeah.
So now Jane did that one too?
What's that? Jane did that one too.
Good night. She's got some talent.
Wait till you see what I got coming. It should probably be here in the next couple days.
Mustard and biscuits, Islam. Oh yeah. I'm excited about that. I can't tell you anything about it, y'all. I'd have to kill y'all. But
we'll have to. Yeah.
And where that's exactly a joke. That's a joke, everybody.
Where exactly were you? It's classified.
Yeah.
It's classified. Well, yeah, classified. I could tell you, but then I'd have to kill you.
Yeah, that's right.
So, can you tell I've seen that movie way?
I'm excited. Yeah, a time or two. Yeah.
Just a few. And I've seen the sequel just as many. And then they've got a third one coming out.
A third one's coming out?
They have a third one coming out. It's a prequel. It's supposed to be about Maverick's dad. So
oh my gosh.
See. And while all that's going on, speaking of that movie, and I have said this, and my son thought I was nuts until I had him sit down and watch both movies back to back. The 4-wheel version of Top Gun is doing a sequel all these years later. Days of Thunder 2 is happening.
Yeah. I think I saw something on that. That's
yeah.
Well, you got to get some 200-mile-an-hour silver in that one somehow.
Well,
when they do the extra, when they do the casting call for extras, you got to go, Mishy. I mean, you have to now. I think it's.
Oh, hell,
I think it's.
I'll race you.
I think it's the law. Yeah.
That's going to be the sad part. Robert Duvall's not around anymore to be part of the sequel. So.
Yeah, that's that.
But no, we're going to be working on that 200 mile an hour silver this year. It'd be we will not be going back to Michigan International Speedway. Not until they get it under control, including the law enforcement that they allow to work race weekend, both inside the track and directing traffic outside the track when it's time to go home.
Yeah, pretty bad.
I wore a badge for 20 years. I was always respectful until you gave me a reason not to be.
Mm-hmm.
If I put my hands on you, you were going to jail or you needed to move now.
Yeah.
And when I get hands put upon me and get shoved because I'm not getting out of the aisle fast enough by a sheriff's deputy.
Oh my.
And I've got 85 people in front of me that are not moving, but he expects me to move.
Yeah.
And when I questioned him, I saw, what sheriff's department are you from? There's 2 sheriff's departments working this event. What sheriff's department are you from? Because you have no patches on. And I said, I know darn good and well, if I walk up to try to read your badge, I'm going to get knocked on my butt. Well, if you don't start moving now, you're going to get arrested. For what? And then he turned around and he looked at me. I said, bro, I did it while you were still itching your daddy's pants. Don't even try it. And because these guys, you had all these deputies that were walking around with their external vests with all their crap on it. And I say that respectfully because I wear the same vest full of crap when I go to work every day.
Yeah.
But they were not wearing uniform shirts. They were wearing T-shirts made by pick one of the veteran-owned T-shirt companies, and that's probably it. It was Relentless Defender or Grunt Style.
Grunt.
Where all you
9-line
on the sleeve, it was a yellow American flag that said sheriff in the stripes. And badge star with letters that big. And if you get close enough to read the badge, you're probably getting knocked on your butt or sprayed or tased or whatever.
Yeah.
And so we will not be going back to MIS. My son has so conveniently built a schedule of where we will be going each year. And this year, or 2027, will consist of Iowa and Bristol, Tennessee.
There you go.
So he wants to hit all the racetracks. I will say, if you like auto racing at all, the best one. Well, I've been to several working. The May in Charlotte was the first time I was ever at Charlotte where I sat in seats and actually watched. you got to go to Charlotte Memorial Day weekend. Especially, you
Good
love our
stuff.
troops. You love Fast and Loud. Charlotte Motor Speedway Memorial Day weekend. You won't be disappointed.
Excellent. You
As long
heard
as
it
the
here,
weather holds
folks.
up.
You heard it here. Yeah.
As long as the weather holds up and we don't have any drivers die on us.
Yeah.
Like we did this year. So,
no more.
no more of that.
That's right.
So I don't know. Did you see the stuff I was showing off before you came on?
No. Unless you've sent me pictures. What do you?
Well, no, I was just showing everybody while we were waiting for you, and anybody that wasn't here or popped in later. Instead of trying to concoct a video later, let me try to get this to get big again. There's, I love my Canadian. There's
Yeah, dude, that's pretty.
Canadian proof silver dollar.
That's an 84.
That's a 1984. It's a silver proof.
Wow.
50% silver proof. 150th birthday of Toronto.
That's
See if I can
beautiful.
get that up there. Yeah. So you got the whatever they call the tower there in Toronto, and mixed in with the indigenous people in the canoe.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
and a
that was
young
pretty
queen
cool.
on the back. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is pretty.
And then this I picked up. This is not silver. It is actually silver plated bronze, but it's what's on it that made me get it. This is a Cook Island $1 piece, commemorating 9/11. It's from 2009 because they did this to celebrate the opening of the Freedom Tower.
Yeah.
So that is a Cook Island $1 piece.
God, has that been open since 2009?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. They moved really quick to build that. And I think I might have sent you the video. There was a video going around on YouTube, and it kind of choked me up a little bit. I'm good with it now. And what it is it's a person in the passenger seat of a vehicle as they're coming into downtown New York City, and you see the Freedom Tower there, and that road that they are coming in on was the same way we were coming in when we got there 2 days after. And I remember going down that same road as a senior in high school, taking the little bus trip from DC up to New York City when we were there many moons ago. And you've got the Twin Towers standing there. And then the next time I came through there was nothing. And then you see that video, and then the Freedom Towers where, it still doesn't look right.
Yeah.
One of these years I'll get the courage to go, but I just haven't done it yet.
Yeah. I was in the towers one time, and obviously that's a long time ago, but that's all right.
When we were there my senior year of high school, we got there and we were going to go up because we just said we went up to the top and we ran out of time. So we didn't get to do it. And I was, I'll come back and do it sometime. That never happened. So then I, at my legendary Warriors, William Wallace.
Need a few William Wallaces today, huh?
Yes, we do.
Yep.
What are you getting? I'm going to pick a fight.
I was I identified with that little crazy Irishman in there. He was that's the guy I would have been.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm one of those ones where I kind of noticed later. I'm looking at a video on YouTube of him, and I'm like, wait a minute, you know who he looks like? And I went back through and looked at because I had never really thought about it before. I'm looking at the cast members where you can put in a movie and I'll show you all the cast in that.
Yeah.
And then I went back to this TV show that I used to love that was on in the early 2000s. That was speaking at DC, filmed in DC. And this guy played a cop on there. And I'm like, holy crap, it's the same guy. But yeah. I get to kill the English.
Yeah, that's all if I get to kill the English, all right.
Yes.
That was a good movie.
But
good movie.
yeah, But yeah, we're waiting to see what happens. We're really hoping we don't end up on the national news tomorrow, or breaking news on, enter Alphabet cable news network here.
I think at this point, Michie, it's unavoidable. But
Yeah,
there again, you're gonna see just how much BS is out there.
right.
Hey, Mike, thanks for coming in, buddy. I'm glad to see you. Always a pleasure, and see you next time, eh? You're gonna get to see how many people that are running their mouths here about how bad things are and what we ought to do this and we ought to do that.
Yeah.
We'll see who's ready.
Right.
I pray it doesn't get to that, but I don't think there's anything anybody can do about it right now. It's just exactly what they want. The powers that be. So
there you go. There's a face reveal for you.
Hey, yeah, I like it. Did you see my young man? Did you see my young new Cardinal team member?
That
first
kid,
pitch, first
oh my
at bat.
God love him. When you got the opposing team's fans that are giving him a standing ovation
in freaking Chicago,
that was amazing. For those of you that don't know what we're talking about,
oh, you got a crab raid, Mishy.
Oh boy, here we go.
Hey everybody.
Cranky everybody, welcome in. Unfortunately, we're almost done, but hey, you know what? We'll hang around for a few.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for coming in, everybody.
The Cranky St. Louis Cardinals were playing the Chicago Cubs this weekend
in Chicago.
And first thing I hear was Saturday morning when I'm watching the news is they got this kid. I know his last name's Baez. I can't remember his first name. This
Joshua,
kid,
I think.
Yeah. Joshua Baez comes up his very first major league ball game, his very first major league at bat. Very first pitch. He goes yard and hits his very first major league home run.
In center field.
Then he comes up 2 more times in a row and does it again. Broke a record. His first major league ball game, he's breaking records. God love him. I kid has one of the best careers of anybody in baseball.
That's the best. That's why baseball is America's pastime. It's still it's still a clean game as far as I can tell, and little things like that. And he went all 3 fields too. His first one was center. No. His second one was left field, and he pulled it on the third one to right center. It was amazing, and it just looked like he barely even swung at that one. Look at all the international Stacker. You're a rock star.
Yes, you are.
If I had an
that SGT said real quick, I saw it because literally the comments are flying by. Javi Baez, it's not him. It's younger version of him.
Well, it's some Baez's son.
It's probably Javi's son then.
Yeah,
or younger brother or something. But no, you can't get mad at the kid. I mean, it's like it doesn't matter what team they're on. You want to reach out and just grab them and hug them and say, "Way to go, kid."
That was baseball. Hey, there's SGT. Hey, awesome day for that young kid and for baseball. Actually, that's the first time it's ever been done. First game, 3 home runs. People have hit 2, but he's in a class all his own now, and I just think that's absolutely fantastic.
And then it was kind of comical. They were actually on TV yesterday on ABC Sunday Night Baseball. I almost said football. Sunday Night Baseball, and they're out there playing. They're playing their game. I totally forgot that the big Chicago Air Show was this weekend. And they had the St. Louis center fielder mic'd up, and all of a sudden you're just whoosh, and everybody's ducking and they're like, "Oh yeah, we forgot they've been flying around all weekend. The U.S. Air Force Thunderbirds kept buzzing the tower." Buzz in the ballpark.
Yeah, that was whatever it takes, dude. I'm all in. International stacker, by golly, you are truly right. I tip my exoskeleton hat to you for if I had one for what you do for folks. This is awesome. Very cool.
Well,
yeah.
I thank you very much, International. I can't tip anything skeletal right now. I got to behave myself. So.
Yeah, there's
see this. Yeah, I believe. Let me make sure I'm covering up everything. So, but sorry, I just made myself small. I'm gonna make myself big again here for a second.
Make yourself big.
I know Cranky has seen this before, but that is not fun.
No, it doesn't even look fun.
No, that is not fun. And then the side view is even better. It's even more spectacular.
Yeah, that pin in the heel is the one that makes my little what you call it?
That's to make sure that my
little man parts go right.
That's to make sure my Achilles tendon stays where it's supposed to.
Golly.
Yes.
That don't sound like no fun at all.
It's not, because before all that happened, I could walk on my heel. Now I can't walk on any of it.
Well, this is my son's had the same kind of stuff done in all of his 52 surgeries, and literally 52. And he had pretty much I showed him those pictures when you sent them to me, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I still think about that one every now and then." So in the cold, it doesn't do him any. It's no fun for him.
Oh, I know. I can only imagine.
Yeah. Well, you can always be a snowflake or a snowbird. What do they call them? Snowbirds. You could always travel south for the winter and come to Nebraska, Michie.
Nah, well, I come see you, but I'm not doing that whole down to Florida thing. They have earthquakes, saltwater, and sharks.
I'm really the only thing there is to see in Nebraska anyway.
And jellyfish.
I mean, there's really no other reason to come to Nebraska other than to hang out with the cranky ones. So, I don't want to.
Hey, you know what? You guys got college football.
There's nothing here. We used to.
There's a Cornhusker uniforms.
The Millard South Patriots. Shout out to them. They did a national story on them the other day. They have outscored their opponents in the last, I think, 4 years, like 473 to 14. That is no shit. Look them up. They have like 9 D1 players that are I don't know, sophomores or juniors that are they're already in, letters of intention or whatever it is. I don't know. They're getting banged really hard by the people who want football players. These guys are phenomenal. Millard South Patriots. You guys look them up. It's a really cool story that local news did here, and it literally is like 473 to 14. I may be missing that by 1 or 2 points, but that's a high school team, and I'd almost put them up against the Nebraska Cornhuskers.
Yeah.
So I'm an SEC guy now because Mizzou's down there. So whatever.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Yeah. So I can wear black and gold and
if I remember right, unless something changed here recently, I think you guys have an ECHL hockey team out there somewhere too.
Yeah. And so anyways, that's but again, you can go to Scotts Bluff and see that big chimney rock out there, and then you come back to the east part and there's literally nothing but cranky. That's all there is in the state. I mean, there is some good looking corn, but
there you
go. Yeah. And I say that with the deepest humility too. There's just nothing here, man.
All right. Well, I think we're gonna wrap it up for today. We're normally not here on this Monday. We're normally here next Monday or last Monday.
Yeah.
So I believe we will be back to our regularly scheduled programming next week. If we want to hold off and do another giving.
Yeah, let's do a giving next week, and we'll get it early I'll
match it.
All you international stackers, all you international stacker fans that have just come in, don't be strangers. Come back next Monday. We'll have at least, this is a vintage Grammy. It's got a little scorpion on it. You really can't see it very well. We'll have this, and Mishy's gonna toss
I'm
something
gonna
in.
match it up. I've got some baby Britannias over here.
Now, I will say this to all you crustaceans out there, and we're a low tech giveaway kind of thing. We don't have the high tech computerized sort of things, and we don't have the young stacker in the house like International does to help. So as long as you can count from 1 to 50, maybe 1 to 100, you got a shot.
There you go.
I'm just saying.
All righty, well, we're gonna wrap it up because I know Cranky's got to go feed the pets, and
Marty the Wonder Dog is
with Miss Lori, and
yep,
all that good stuff. And I got to make a mad dash to the pharmacy, so I got my Pokey Pokes for tomorrow. So,
you better put that sign up real quick. He's going to the drugstore. He's not pooping. There you go. I love that thing. I'm gonna wear the heck out of that thing, buddy.
There you go. So, all right, well, Cranky, it's good talking to you. Good, hey, everybody. Thanks for
having me.
And again, those of you watching on the replay, thanks for popping in and watching. Everybody, as always, love you. Thanks for stopping in, subscribing, sticking with me through the goofiness and all that other stuff that's gone on in the last few months.
Yep.
And we'll be back at regular videos, and lives aren't going anywhere. So we'll definitely see you in a week from today, 6 p.m. Eastern time. And I'll go ahead and do mine. Cranky can do his, and we'll get out of here. Stack what you like, stack what you can afford. Have fun with it, and don't let it get you stressed out. All right, everybody. I'm up.
Stay safe, shoot straight, keep stacking, y'all. Stack the right stuff. I'm out of here. See ya.